This is the beach. I'm just out for my lockdown walk. This is the beach near where I live, just behind me there. So this pick a card reading is going to be, are they still interested in me? So it's going to be 3 cards. I've got 3 objects, which I'll get out of my pocket in a minute. Okay. I'll put them on the sand. Makes it a bit more fun. And then I'll go back and do the reading because we are on lockdown. After all, I can't stay out here all day. So we've got perfume bottle, pile 1, nail polish, pile 2, earring, pile 3. You can see them. Perfume bottle, pile 1, nail polish, pile 2, and very sandy looking earring, pile 3. And now I will head back and do this reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we've got the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the Hangman, 4 of Swords, Death, don't panic, the Devil, don't panic, and the 6 of Swords. So from what I can see here, the question is, are they still interested? I think the question is more, are you, looking at these cards. So we've got the 6 of Wands first, and you've got the Ace of Wands. And put together, what I'm seeing in them is, yes, they are. So this is like, you know, sort of them and you kind of connecting to each other. You can kind of like see the story there, like meeting, colliding. So yeah, they are interested in you. However, I don't know how long it's been since you've been in contact. You may not have been in contact with them recently. So you might have a period of separation, whether it's to do with the lockdown or not. There's been like a kind of a gap in the relationship, a blip. So a bit of time has gone by between, you know, when, well, it's kind of now actually, they feel this way now as well, so they are still interested. But there's been like a bit of a time lapse between when you were last around them and now, I think, for many of you. That's the impression I'm getting anyway. But the 9 of Pentacles tells me that you're actually happy on your own as well. So while you're asking if they're still interested in you, yes they are. And last time you saw them, you were asking that question. So you haven't seen them for a short time. I'm getting a short space of time, kind of like that. But you're actually doing okay on your own at the minute. And I get the feeling that even though they are interested in you, you both like each other. Passion as well, the ones. The Hangman and the 4 of Swords tells me after some time you're going to have a little think. So you're going to be without them or separated from them in some way for a bit. Be a bit of a delay, a bit of a lapse again. You're going to be without them for a bit longer. Or you're going to feel separated from them or distant from them for a little bit longer, so you're going to be on your own for a bit longer. So there's the Hangman's like a delay. 4 of Swords, you're going to think about it. You're going to have time to think about it. And once you've thought about it, you're going to come to a conclusion. You've got the Death card and the Devil. You're going to come to a realisation about them. So there's going to be a transformational experience when you... Oh, 4 of Swords, hang on. So eager it's escaped. So the 4 of Swords, when you have this little bit of thinking, you're going to come to a transformation. You're going to it's going to be like a eureka moment. So you're going to make a decision about them. And you're going to be like, oh. And you may realise something about them as well. Something about the character. Maybe something unsuitable, something you're not sure about. That's what this one's telling me. And ultimately, the Six of Swords means you're going to move on. When you're going to move into happier waters, I think you're going to decide to walk away from them. Even though, you know, you are clearly interested in each other. And they are interested, the answer's yeah. From these cards. If you're interested in signs, they could be a fire sign, that's Wands. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Doesn't have to be at all, but you know. I don't tend to read the signs unless it actually comes through strongly, say the sign, you know what I mean? And Pentacles is earth signs usually. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Other signs here, Pisces is the Hangman, that's usually a Piscean card. And Swords are air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that could be relevant to your future, because it's funny that both the Four of Swords, your meditative card, and where you make your decision, and the Six of Swords are both representative of the air horoscope. So maybe somebody or yourself, you know, could be an air sign, somebody instrumental to them moving forward. Could be Aquarius, Libra, what's the other one? Gemini. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is the air signs. So there could be an air sign instrumental in your move forward from them. Or in the future you might meet them. Maybe that'll be your next person, I don't know. Or who you are. But yeah, I mean, so it looks like it's up to you really. They are still interested. It's been a short time past since you've seen them. You're currently on your own, you're doing okay. As I say, a short time, something like that. Kind of. There'll be a little bit more time away from them, so this time will continue, this time at distance. Whether it's emotional distance or physical, but it's, you know, you'll know what that means. And then you'll do some thinking and reflecting, and you'll come to a realisation, and there'll be something about them. You might suddenly realise, actually no, we're incompatible, there's something not right here. And you realise that maybe they're not for you after all, even though, you know, you do seem interested in each other. And then you'll move forward. And there could be an air sign involved in your moving forward and in your decision making. Could be yourself, could be someone you meet in the future, could be a friend who advises you. But that might come up, because they're both swords cards. I thought that was interesting. So yeah, so it looks like it's up to you. They are interested, but you may make a decision to walk away. It's not set in stone. Tarot never is it. It kind of picks up on the current energies and potential. But yeah, I hope that helped pile one. If it resonated, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Hello pile 2, welcome to your read. So you've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Wands, you've got Judgment, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Emperor. Lots of major arcana in this one, so it's quite a powerful reading, quite might be a strong connection. Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So yeah, major arcana indicates an important connection, so one in which you've learnt lessons. Very often, like, you know, it can be a karmic connection where, you know, it's not meant to last forever, it's meant to be lessons. You know, very often they don't last forever. So, you know, a soulmate of sorts, you know, a kind of soulmate, but one that is teaching you something, and then when you've learned the lessons, both of you, you move on. And there are three major arcana cards in here. You've got Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. All very formidable cards, all very strong cards. In their own right, a very strong energy. You know, if you compare them to, say, Temperance or the Star, you know, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, and Emperor are very exacting cards. They're very strong, very powerful cards in terms of bringing resolution or conclusions to situations. So, looking at them, are they still interested? I think you've gone your separate ways at the minute. So looking at the King of Pentacles, I think the King of Pentacles represents you. You do not have to be male, you can be female or anything, you know, it's not gender specific, but this is you, this card represents you. You're sitting, getting on with your own life, doing your own thing, quite happily, almost forgetting about this person. You're almost like, you know, you're just kind of doing your own thing, you're on your own, you're kind of separated from them. You know, I don't think you're around them very much physically, I don't think you see them, you're not really in contact with them. From this card, anyway, I get the impression that you're not in contact with them, or if you are, it's minimal. You're just busy with your own life, getting on with your own thing. You may be separated during the lockdown as well. You might not be together in any way or living together or anything like that. You're not in the same household or anything. So it seems to make there's a feeling of separateness with these cards. And the Page of Wands, I feel, represents them. Now again, with the signs, they could be a fire sign, you could be an earth sign. They could be younger than you, being a page, there could be an age gap. So the Page of Wands will be the other person, and the King of Pentacles will be you. Like, take what resonates, you know what I mean? So the Page of Wands is them, and they're turned away from you, getting on with their thing. They seem to have less going on in their life than you. Like, the King of Pentacles seems to have a lot going on compared to this one. They're just kind of focusing on a single goal or something that they're really into. But, you know, obviously that card looks a bit more empty than compared to the other one. So you seem to be separated right now, and quite happy about it in a way, in terms of being focused on your own lives and other things. You kind of got your backs turned to each other. Turned away from each other, I should say. So it looks like there's been some sort of decision made. It's like, you know, as I say, a judgment. There's been a decision made, so the Judgment card goes with the first two. So there's like this being a kind of cutting off, or a decision, a kind of, you know, it's like you've decided to go your separate ways, or you've decided to break up, or you've decided to move away. Even if it's unspoken, you've kind of both figured out, yeah, you know, we should just do our own thing, this isn't really happening right now. So there's an emotional kind of separation, even if it's unspoken. You've kind of just figured that out, maybe. So there's been a decision made by both of you, whether it's spoken or not, to kind of do your own thing, turn your backs on each other. There's like a sign of... So are they still interested? I would say no, neither are you. It doesn't mean it'll never happen, but it just looks like you're turned away from each other right now. You're both kind of on the same page, but turned away rather than turned towards. They're busy getting on with their thing, you're busy getting on with yours. The Wheel of Fortune is like a fated meeting. What I got from these cards here, because I get what I get from them, there's the traditional meanings, and then I also get intuitive kind of feelings. The Emperor doesn't have to be male, doesn't have to be female. You're going to meet someone else. There's a fated meeting that's going to come. These two seem to be together to me. You've got a fated meeting with the Emperor. You're going to meet somebody else. And you're going to move on, move ahead. You're going to stick with your path, even if you're not sure. So even though, like, they've got the 9 of Wands here, so you're not sure about leaving this person behind. There might be unfinished business, feelings of, oh, you know, so you meet someone else and you're happy, but, you know, you're thinking about the other person still. You're not quite, like, sort of, you know, moved on and over with. It's not quite over in your head, so you're kind of sticking with it, you know, and kind of, you know, trying to move forward. So you're going to stick with this new person that you encounter. It looks like you're going to meet someone else, the Emperor. Could be Aries, could be fire sign, you know, it's like, the Emperor's Aries, I think. Again, like, the signs are doing this, you know, they come through strongly, but in case you want to know. And the Wands, funnily enough, are also fire sign. So there's a lot of fire here and earth. So, you know, it could be to do with the fire sign, you're moving ahead. So you're going to stick with this new person, despite still thinking about the other person who's got the back turned to you right now. You've got like a... the person might try and come back. The Knight of Swords is the other person again. So the person you're thinking of. They might try and rush in, almost to disrupt this. You know, you're trying to stick with it, and they're like, you know. The person that you're inquiring about could be a fire sign, could be an air sign. This is like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but, you know, if that resonates, that helps you figure out whether this is for you or not. Then, so they might try and come back. They might try and return, and then you'll have a decision to make. The Queen of Swords is the last card that I pulled. This could be a woman who helps you make the decision, or it could just be symbolic of you, where you have clarity of the situation. So the person comes back, and it's going to give you clarity as to whether you want to go back to the person, or whether you want to continue to be with the new person, the 9 of Wands. So you're going to decide between sticking with it or welcoming this person back. So are they interested? And with the person that the clarification again could come from an air sign. Are they interested as well? at the moment you've got your backs turned, so not at the moment, you're both kind of doing your own thing, and you're not that interested in each other. So they're doing their thing, you're doing yours. So it seems like it's mutual in a way. It's like a mutual kind of pulling away. It's an unspoken pulling away, or a spoken one, but it's still, you've pulled away. There's been a decision made by both of you, whether it's spoken or not, as I say. Through fate, through circumstance, you'll meet someone else, you'll have a fated meeting. You're going to meet someone else and you're going to try and stick with it despite what happened with the other person. You're going to try and stick with the new person, move forward. You're going to be doggedly kind of, okay, got to move on, you know, like, and you'll genuinely like them. It's not as if you won't, you know, but you know, and sometimes you've still got someone else in the back of your mind and it's unfinished and it's kind of, oh, do I, you know, you're going to try and focus on the new one, and then the other person try and come back. So this person here will try and come back, disrupting this a little bit. The Queen of Swords, then you'll get that in clarity. You'll know what to do. You'll have a decision to make and you'll know what to do. Queen of Swords is a really good card for clarity and decision making. You'll know. That'll help you. And there could be a woman who resembles the Queen of Swords as well, who's very clear, bit of a writer, good with words. You know, someone might advise you, might have a friend who resembles the Queen of Swords. But she also represents, I think, your state of mind as well by the end of this. So, yeah, I hope that answered the question. And if it resonated, if it made sense, if it helped, comment, like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Hello pile 3, welcome to your reading. Okay, so pile 3 lately, like my last video was dramatic in pile 3, and this one's a little bit like, just a little bit similar, well, not negative, but it's just got a lot of cards. They gave me 2 extra cards for this one. So pile 3 at the moment is a bit more intense than the other 2 piles, it seems. So anyway, so we've got the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the Tower, the King of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So from what I can see here, you've had an argument with this person. It's been a bit of a blow up. Like I said, drama, like in the last video. It's like pile 3, don't know why. So the 4 of Cups, someone's been very stubborn. Somebody wasn't accepting a resolution, an outcome, a reason. You know, when you're trying to like say to someone, you know, like giving them a reason, an excuse or a reason for doing something, and they're not accepting it, like no, not listening. That's what this is. Feels like the other person actually, not necessarily you. Actually does feel like them, the other person in the equation. So yeah, you've had an argument falling out with them. 5 of Wands tells me that struggle, and it's led to the Tower. So you've had like sort of a falling out with them, and you're both stubborn. You're not speaking potentially. The questions, are they still interested? Well, you're not speaking at the moment. That's the reason you've had an argument. That's basically what's happened, and it's caused a Tower. It's caused like an explosion, eruption there. Had some conflict. Might have been friends involved as well. 5 of Wands, more than one person, you've all got involved. But yeah, this person is just like, was stubbornly not accepting your reasons. You may have done something to hurt them. And they're stubbornly not accepting your reasons for doing it, your explanations. You're trying to say, look, you know, this is why, and I'm sorry, and you're trying to apologise, you're trying to explain, you're trying to, you know, and they're just like, no, you know. That's the impression I'm getting from the 4 of Cups. They could be Piscean, they could be Cancer, Scorpio. Wands is 5 signs as well, so Aries, Leo, Sag. So the Tower, yeah, yeah, this is you two kind of falling out the Tower of your relationship. It's like, you know, this is what's happened. This is kind of you two right now. You know, so something's happened to like disrupt the connection that you've got with them. Even if you're not with them yet romantically, you know, there's been an issue. I feel as though most of you are in a relationship with the person though, and there's been something that you've done. Maybe you thought that you kissed somebody else or looked at someone else, or maybe it's another person. You'll know what it is, but like you tried to explain that having none of it basically. So yeah, let's cause this. This is the current state of your relationship right now. This is what seems to be happening. you've had a falling out, there's been a disruption. The King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. There seems to be, I think the King of Cups is someone who's helping you, who's advising you. The King of Cups is someone that's, I heard the words brought resolution to the situation, so I think this person has helped to calm things down a bit, or to help you emotionally get through it. I think mostly you. It could be the other person as well, but mostly you. This person is closer to you than them, I think. Someone, maybe a mutual friend or something like that, but someone has helped you calm down. And also, if things have been peaceful recently, you can also embody peace as well. So even if he's not just a person, he's also a mood, an atmosphere. So the atmosphere has been calm lately, or if it's not, it will be soon. It'll calm down. So the tower, the devastation of the tower and the feelings, things should be reasonably peaceful, despite, things will calm down, the mood will calm down a bit, and you might have someone who represents the King of Cups to help you move through the situation, help you resolve it. And you'll start to try and, rebuild things, reconnect yourself in your own life. You'll start to focus on work, you'll start to do your thing. Three of Pentacles. So you begin to focus on things in your own life again. So the King of Cups represents healing, in a way, either through another person or just through the overall atmosphere and mood. Things will calm down a little bit, and you'll start to feel a bit better, a bit able to focus on what matters to you, your work, career, things that you want to do, even under the lockdown situation. You'll find a way to focus on things that matter to you. So you get that focus back, and you lose it when you've had a bad time with someone. You'll get your emotional balance back a bit and be able to focus a bit more. So if that's not happening already, or if that person hasn't come in yet as well, if the King of Cups embodies someone like that, it's going to happen in the very near future. It's going to happen in the near future, it's going to come through. Things will calm down a little bit. And then the Knight of Cups, you're then going to move forward. It's the Knight of Cups, you're going to feel better. It's your emotional state, you'll feel a bit more hopeful about things. A little bit more hopeful, a little bit more optimistic about things. Considering maybe even reconciling. You might even consider reconciling with the person. You'll be thinking, okay, maybe we should try again, try and talk to them again. You'll try and approach them again. I think it'll be you who reaches out. You'll be the one who approaches them. Even though they're the stubborn one and they're refusing, you're going to have another go at approaching them. Another go coming towards them. That's you. The Knight of Cups is you. I don't feel it's them, I feel like it's you. They will be so defensive. This will be them. There'll be a bit of, well, actually it's both. I'm feeling like it's you as well. There's going to be a bit of a defensiveness on both sides. Mostly them, but you as well. I think actually 50-50. I'm looking at it and going, what am I feeling from it? Yeah, you're going to be a bit defensive. There's going to be a bit of defensiveness on both sides. You're going to have a little bit of maybe a conversation, a talk. And you're both going to be quite, careful with each other. You're going to have a chat with each other. There's going to be communication, I feel. So you're reaching out as the Knight of Cups, you're hopeful, unless your positivity moving forward will work. So you will, but you'll have like a defensiveness as you're chatting, so you will have a conversation with them, I think. And the fruits of that conversation will be positive. Page of Swords is like, cutting through the crap, basically, pardon my French. Page of Swords is about getting clarity, It's a bit like the Ace of Swords, only it's like a, like it's embodied really. It's more it can be a person, or it can be, it's not as cutting, but it's more to do with relationship. I think this is more connected to, it represents a person, a human being, so it represents a conflict between two people where there's clarity found. I think it's got a slightly different meaning. All the swords are about clarity and cutting through things and words, so that relate to arguments and words being said, writing things, messages. So the conversation may take place over a messenger, over electronics. It might not even take place verbally or face to face, especially in the situation right now. So but this is all about messages, the spoken word, the written word, communication. And the Page of Swords is about getting things straight. The Page of Swords can be a spy sometimes as well, but that might just be like, where there's been secrets and things like that. Secrecy is all like, brought out into the open. It's all going to be clear. And then, so after the Page of Swords, who's going to clear things up? You are going to clear things up. That's what this basically means. through the conversation that you have with them. Clarity is going to be found, secrets are going to be revealed, anything that's been hidden is going to be brought to light, it's all going to be. And then Page of Pentacles is a new beginning. A very tentative one, a very small one, not a massive one. So there won't be a massive reconciliation. At first, the Page of Pentacles is like, you know, a small kind of gesture, peace offering kind of beginning, a small new beginning. You could be quite young as well watching this, you know, young person. Page of Pentacles is usually somebody young. One or both you could be students. I feel so the people watching this might be a bit on the younger side. I'm not saying kids, because, you know, tarot readings aren't really for kids, but like, you know, maybe like, you know, 18 and over, like 20s maybe, early 30s, so you could be quite young watching this as well, maybe not that old, a young adult. So I'm feeling young adults with this, in particular, you know, at least one person that's watching, or maybe others. I'm thinking like young adults, so the King of Cups could be a parent figure, who advises you or helps you through it, male or female, could be a water sign. You know, for those of you who are younger, there's a parent figure here that's helping you get through it, or just someone that you know. And as I say, there's also the overall mood of the King of Cups as well. So there will be a small kind of, a very tentative reconciliation with the Page of Pentacles. And I just feel like young people, like some of you watching are younger, these are young people in a relationship, they're not like really mature, but some of you might be older as well. But I'm just feeling that really strongly, like there's going to be quite a lot of people watching, I think they're quite young. And the Chariot to finish is really good, because that suggests like movement forward, rapid movement forward, so you both be able to move forward. So I think whatever the tentative initial reconciliation is, that will move forward into this, it will develop further, and you'll be able to move forward then even more with this person. So I think the answer is yeah. I think that they are still interested, I think there is still potential for this relationship. As I say, at the moment, I think you've fallen out, you've had an argument. But it looks as though after the period of tumult, there'll be a period of calm, where you start to focus on your own life for a while, for a little bit, and then you start to feel more hopeful. Then you'll have a chat with them, and the chat will clear things up, you'll feel better after the chat, and then there'll be a small tentative reconciliation, a small offering on both sides, and this will eventually become rapid moving forward. And I think you'll probably find after the initial reconciliation, I feel as if over time, you know, it'll move forward quicker, you'll probably get back together, and just see rapid movement forward. You'll rapidly reconnect with each other, reconcile. There's a rapid reconciliation following the early tentative one after your chat. So yeah, really positive. You've got a rapid reconciliation coming with this person by the end of it all. So you've got a little process to go through first of healing, refocusing on yourself, you know, reconnecting, chatting with them, feeling hopeful enough and positive enough to talk to them again after the tumult of the tower. And then once you've got this like initial little reconciliation following the chat, you'll have a rapid movement forward. And I can see you reconciling fully, to be honest. I think you will ever really, you'll just get back. I can see you returning back to things. You'll be reconciling, basically. So yeah, so I hope that helped. Your answer is yes, they are still interested. So, you know, I think, and there'll be a reconciliation that will come about after you've gone through that process. So I hope that helped. And if it resonated, comment, like, subscribe. And I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you.